It's Gem City Tonight with Andrew Matakaitis. And now, your host, Andrew Matakaitis.
Yes. Those of you at home don't know, there's like 4 people in this room. Thank you, COVID. Anyway, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gem City Tonight. I'm your host, Andrew Matakaitis. We have a great show for you tonight, packed with fashion, improv, and Carol Baskin. No, don't worry, she's not here. Otherwise, we'd all be dead by now. No, by the time this show airs, and probably about 2 weeks ago, she's got to be voted off Dancing with the Stars. Or eaten. I don't really know how that works with her. I just asked Don if you can't. Oh, wait, we can't. Never mind. Yes, now Dancing with the Stars, DWTS, if you're all the Karens out there, as they call it, it's in its 29th season. Did you know that? 29 seasons of celebrities trying to act like they have rhythm. That and Bruno Tatali going, I love your dances! It's a 10, it's a 9. He's Italian, he can talk with his hands, right? Anyway, and they have stars. And by the way, I'm using this term loosely, like kind of like a Kardashian. Not really stars? Or loose? No? Anyway. And crazier, by the way, Tom Bergeron is gone. He's out, okay? He did it for like 15 seasons. And now Tyra Banks is your host. Really? That's who we got? Tyra Banks would have been like down here on my list. Like, here, can I get my hand out of frame? Down here on my list. Tyra Banks. But your dancers kind of include things like football player Vernon Davis, basketball Backstreet Boy AJ McLean, and of course, Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin!
Yeah, Carol! All you crazy cats and homicidal murderers. How you doing? Good to see ya. Come on, Carol. If you haven't seen her debut dance, please. Which was, by the way, was to Eye of the Tiger. It was horrific. It was a train wreck on top of a plane crash. And by the way, if you haven't seen it, go ahead, pause us right now, and go ahead and watch it. Go ahead, I'll wait. Go ahead. Did you even see any of that? It looks like the finish line at the Special Olympics. And that's making fun of the Special Olympics. Which, by the way, I love. We've had them on the show before. They're fantastic. And the best part is they did it to Eye of the Tiger, which, by the way, it was done by what band? Wait, Keith, you know?
Commodores.
Survivor. So the Commodores? Who taught you music? Survivor. Yes, Survivor. Yeah, tell Don Lewis that. Whose family, by the way, as soon as she danced, ran an ad, a 45-second commercial with any information on the whereabouts of Don Lewis. I wish we could probably put it up at some point. I think we are going to run it in one of the commercials for the show, but it's borderline just like creepy. I mean, I understand the family's plight. Trust me, I totally do. But it's just them staring into the camera like the children of the corn. It's really weird. Anyway, but yeah, Nelly's on it. Charles Barkley. Carol Baskin made Charles Barkley look like Michael Jackson. And that's hard to do. This is a man who can barely form a sentence. But speaking of watching creepy things, Jerry Falwell was in the news. Yes, he's really in the deep end of a scandal, while the pool boy is in the deep end of Becky Falwell. Thank you, Ricky, for that. Thank you for that laughter. Yes, it's come to light that Mrs. Falwell has been having a year-long affair with Giancarlo Granada, which sounds like a Mexican appetizer to me, but that's beside the point. He was a pool boy at Fontainebleau Miami Beach Hotel. It started in 2012 and lasted till 2018. I can only last like 10 minutes, so good on this guy. That was 6 years. And I guess sometimes Falwell will like sit in the corner and watch. Oh, that's not good. Now, I actually went to college about 45 minutes from Liberty University, which is in Lynchburg, Virginia. And it's a decent institution. I mean, I've been to this campus. I mean, they have a skating rink, they have a roller coaster, and they have an Olympic-sized swimming pool, which kind of now totally makes sense. Totally makes sense now. because they're not an Olympic swimming team. They are not. Anyway, now all this aside, yes, it is a great institution, which I have streaked through twice. And it's done some great research, and they've turned out some great alumni. They've done scientific research, they've done a lot for the community. But the pool boy, come on. Actually, we learned that Jerry Falwell didn't want to speak at this year's RNC convention. He just likes to watch. Really? We got a rim shot. We have no band tonight, but we've got a rim shot. That's good. All right, moving on to things that are less controversial. Gun control. I'm just kidding. No, I can't. No. That's just hitting what you're aiming at. Anyway, but I do want to touch on the election, or Mark Zuckerberg calls it his favorite chew toy. Anyway, yes, this is a year. Please go vote. If you don't know where your polling place is or how to get out and be registered, we will have links on all of that. Our last episode with Matt Joseph, he's given us the Board of Elections page. We'll put it on all of our social media stuff. Get registered, sign up, go vote. That's my spiel. There we go. But as we were doing some research for this, we learned that it showed that only 60% of Americans voted in the last presidential election. 60. Well, 58.1 to be exact, which sounds like a test score I would get in high school in calculus. I don't even think they'd let me in calculus. Anyway, to put this in perspective for you, if you're on a date and you only did 60% of your date, you would pick up your date, buy dinner, maybe an appetizer, pay the check, and just get up and walk out. It's like being on a date with Hillary Swank. If you don't know what that means, please look it up. I'm okay with that. Finally, in Florida news, because, what doesn't come out of Florida that isn't hysterical, other than Tom Brady's debut as a Buccaneer. Any football fans in the room? No? Oh, I'm going to make fun of you later, don't worry. After 13 years of a South Florida city, he's actually overturned a ban on saggy pants. It's the pants that reveal that, Keith, you did this, that reveal the wearer's underwear. It's like it was like down to here, whatever. The Oopalaka Commission, not making that up, the Oopalaka Commission, which sounds like where all the retired Oompa Loompas go after they leave the chocolate factory, voted 2 Wednesdays ago on a 4-1 vote to repeal both the original 2007 and the legislation for 2013 ordinance that said men and women could receive civil citations for wearing their pants exposed for their undergarments. So now you can do it. Keith's doing it over here right now. Yeah, just boom, drop them. It's totally fine. And by the way, the thing is in the stipulations, it didn't give you a line. It could be at your knees, it could be at your thighs, it could be at your ankles, I don't know. But in 2008, this place hasn't had the greatest track record. In 2008, 7 people were convicted of taking bribes from various sources to push contracts through from the city, and they got caught. So does this give a whole new meaning to getting caught with your pants down? No? All right, I gave it a shot. All right, we got a great show for you. Stick around. We're going to do some desk pieces, please. Yay, music. Greg's going to be putting music in here somewhere. I like this camera. This is good. I don't know. What am I doing here? What am I doing? What are you pointing at? I know I'm in 4. Oh, yes. It's so weird not to have a band. Because normally, John plays me. John's in, Seattle right now? Seattle. Drinking coffee. That is a really old reference. I think nobody gets. He would get it. He also voted for, he voted for making copies. Saturday Night Live. Of course, John voted for Lincoln, so he would probably get a lot of references. I can make that joke. He's not here. So I do want to point out before we get going, we have 2 new people, and I told you I was going to call you out. We have 2 new people. Monica behind the camera. There she is. New members, and tell me your husband's name again? Brian. Yeah. Brian. I was going to say Britt. That wasn't it. So Brian and Monica, welcome to the crew. So they're newbies, and they're going to have a show here, so we're going to definitely promote them. That's actually the most applause we've gotten in a while, so keep that going, please. Oh. All right, so as I said, we're going into the fall. It's the fall episode. We did pumpkin spice lattes. I think, was it 2 episodes ago? No, I want to see what's going behind the camera here. This is, yeah. No, it's a tutorial here at Gem City tonight. I love it. Anyway, so obviously we're moving into fall. We're going to do some fall fashion today with Tara. But as we move in, I want to do some actual cocktails. So we decided to put together the top 10 fall cocktails. Okay? Number 10. And by the way, jump in if anybody has had, I think I've had a couple of these. A pumpkin white Russian? What in sweet baby Jesus is that? It's a white Russian with what?
Pumpkin Kahlua.
They make this? For who? An apple martini. Okay. Like an apple teeny?
Yeah.
Okay. Greg, was this you? Do you like the apple teenies?
No.
No.
He likes Smirnoff apple. Apple Smirnoff.
He does. All right. Number 8, a hot toddy. Can't go wrong with a hot toddy. Number 7, fall sangria. How's that different than regular sangria?
Has apples and pears and stuff in it. If it was winter, it would have stone fruit in it. If it was spring, it'd have like, strawberries and stuff in it. Lemon.
You have an alcoholic as a producer.
Red.
No, that's me, but I don't drink sangria.
It's like red wine instead of white.
That's what
Jesus. What meetings do you go to? Sure. You use your coins as coasters. Good to know. All right. Number 6, an old fashioned. I'm all about that. I use Bullet bourbon, because I got a buddy who actually, his name is Tucker Bullet the Fourth. Yeah. So we use those. Number 5, a dark and stormy. Ooh, haven't heard of a dark and stormy in a while. Yeah. Ironically enough, that's Keith's porn name. So, number 4.
And OnlyFans.
Yeah, onlyfans.com. Dark and stormy. Number 4, Moscow Mule. I love a good Moscow Mule. Now, you ever heard of a Georgia Bulldog? A Georgia Bulldog is a white Russian with Coke. This is what made me think of it. But a Moscow Mule, Moscow Mule is a cold drink. Number 3, hot buttered rum.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'll cure what ails you. What are these pants? Get off me. These pants won't pee themselves. Let's have another one. Number 2, fall sangria is on here twice.
I think I was drunk.
Do you really, really like fall sangria? Okay, this is where I'm going to put in the Georgia Bulldog. How did I get a side view? Oh, there we go.
I had to drink one for everyone to rip down.
Yeah, it gets kind of... I'm going to have to make you type it out next time. And then number 1, I don't think I've ever had this. Hot mulled cider? Yeah, I'm making the same face. Like, what? What's in it?
Hot mold.
Cider.
Hot mulled. M-U-L-L-E-D. Hot mulled cider. We Google this?
Start to ramble for a second.
Yeah, I could start to ramble. I've been rambling for 36 years. Are you kidding me? I came out of the womb and I was like, "Hey doc, how you doing tonight? How you doing? Don't slap me, but good to see you." How was the surgery? I don't even like that gown on you. Ladies, you look fantastic. Try your nurses. Tip the veal.
It has apple cider, oranges, cinnamon sticks,
Cinnamon.
cloves, and something else.
Oh, you lost me at cloves. Oh, you lost me at cloves.
Like
Hold on.
garlic cloves?
Let me see that. Hold on. Walk into frame. Walk into frame. Yeah.
Hold on.
This is how we're gonna get out of my shot. 16 cups pure apple juice or fresh apple cider, 4 2-inch cinnamon sticks, 2 oranges, peels, and juice, 8 whole cloves.
I love that when she looked it up, she found the bulk recipe.
For one.
Right.
For one.
Well, she wasn't sharing that.
6-star anise? A-N-I-S-E?
Anise.
Anise? I don't know. All right. Well, those are your top. You could wait till we go to commercial.
I'm timing you.
All right. Well, those are your top 10. We're going to have those on our website. Those are top 10 fall cocktails. Please enjoy your fall sangria. Evidently, it's fantastic. We'll be right back with more Gem City tonight. Yeah.
It wasn't always like this. My friends were slowly going away. They found other people. And the world was slowly revolving around me. With my classes becoming harder and harder, and the constant stress of applying to college, it seemed like suicide was the answer to all of this. It was so easy to do, right there and then. I could have done it, but someone reached out to me. This person actually cared for me, talked to me, and understood me. Suicide is never the answer. Know the signs, find the words, and reach out.
All right, welcome back to Gem City Tonight. As I had mentioned earlier in the monologue, we're going to talk about fashion. That's why I have Tara here from 2 PM Style with me. I know nothing about women's fashion. That's why I have brought her in to kind of guide us through the transition from summer to fall. So first off, how did you get involved in 2 PM Style?
So I actually everybody would always compliment my outfits because of my job. I'm interacting with people a lot, and I decided I wanted to diversify as far as my career went. So I thought if I'm a walking billboard anyway, then it might as well be for my own clothes.
That makes complete sense to me. So you brought some stuff from 2 PM Style. So go ahead and walk us through, the styles and everything, because because you don't have men's stuff. That's totally cool.
Right,
That's
I know.
fine.
I'm
That's
sorry.
fine.
I apologize to all my guy friends all the time.
It's fine. It's fine. So, all right, you're up.
Okay, so right now, obviously we're in kind of a transition in Ohio between summer into fall. I'm a summer girl. I love my denim shorts, tank tops. So
Me
I've
too.
been
Me too.
So I've been doing a lot of just transitioning with like adding cardigans, adding boots, my biggest thing is like how to be able to use all the different pieces in your closet, because in Ohio, you can't pack away your closet at any time.
Right.
So it can get overwhelming if you have to try to go back and forth, because we're 61 day, 90 the next day.
Mother Nature's all over the place.
Yes. Yeah. So just being able to have that versatile style is something that I've always tried to offer, and helping build upon pieces year after year of the things that we offer. So the first thing for fall right now is joggers have been huge. I love it because you can dress them up, you can dress them down. So if I wanted to put on sneakers with this outfit, I could totally go
As I say,
out.
they look pretty comfy.
Yes, and they are super comfortable. But I could throw on, I brought a jacket if I wanted to go out, because I've dressed it up a little bit with the heel. So if I want to throw on a jacket for the fall, because it's, cold in the morning, so I can just throw on a jacket with it, and now I've got an outfit that I can wear out.
And a Harley.
Yeah. Yeah, that. I can go to the biker rally later. But no, so you can throw on any kind of jacket with it if you're wearing heels. There's different things you can pair with it as far as shoes and everything go. So very versatile, the joggers. We have them in a ton of different colors just to give some options. And I love that they even come in denim now. So we've
Nice.
got the denim and then some different colors. So
Have you
definitely.
been seeing, because fashion always kind of circles back, have you been seeing trends from the past kind of showing back up now?
Oh yeah, that's part of all of it. So I've got the bell bottoms, got the tie dye, it's all coming back.
Tie-dye.
I've ordered some boots that are somewhat combat boots that are coming. They're on their way to me.
See,
Yeah, see, you can
we
wear
can't.
that.
No, I can't. I can't.
You just pair it with these, and then you don't have to wear the heels. You do it with the mules.
And I can
Very
be. I can
comfortable.
be in the birdcage. I'm okay with that. God, this looks comfy, and it's soft.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Moving on, because I know you have a couple looks for us.
I do. So the first one, aside from the joggers, is the skirts and the graphic tees.
Okay.
So these, again, you can wear your graphic tee with anything. I could wear it with what I'm wearing. I could wear it with jeans, shorts, anything. So it's a staple piece for the closet. And then, of course, you can pair it with the skirts, which is another one of my favorite trends this year, because it just dresses it up a little bit, and it's not your traditional style, and it gives you another way that you can wear all those graphic tees that are in your closet. Do you want to try this one on? No?
I have good legs. I want to show them off, so I'll save the skirt.
Okay. So we talked a little bit about the joggers. Of course, again, the tie-dye. I brought a couple different dresses just because those are the different, styles. This one I'd probably throw a sweater with for fall.
It's almost caftan-esque.
My son loved that one. That was his favorite. But yeah, so then this one, of course, a little bit thicker. It's got the long sleeve. And like I said, pairing it with the mules are really big this season.
We were just talking
Very
about Moscow
comfortable.
mules, so we're keeping with the theme.
Yeah, see, you drink your Moscow Mule in the mules, and you don't have to worry about like the trip factor if you've had too many.
I was good. There's no back to these things. So you see this? Where is it in here? There's no back to these things. I would fall on my complete ass on these things. Like, here we go.
How are you going to fall on them? They're flat. There's no heel.
Gravity. Gravity. Bad wands. We had bad wands 2 episodes ago.
Well, see, where's that guy at? We could have tested your theory.
I-
We probably would have had you in the dress, in the mules, with a bad one in your hands.
The episode isn't over yet. I mean, we could totally. So
Can try it out. So, like I talked about the transition with like the denim shorts. So, and I shared this with everyone the other
I
day.
like this.
Pairing the denim shorts with just your basic tank top and then throwing the thick cardigan on it is perfect for in the morning, for in the evening when it starts to get chilly, and then you can take it off, obviously, midday when we're still summer in Ohio.
I like this. This. Where am I? Where camera are you in?
See?
This one? This one? This is fuzzy.
Yeah.
Keith, this is right up your alley.
This one's a thicker one, so it's nice from fall into winter just because of the thickness of it.
Are you just like, I'm looking over and there's like patterns and patterns and patterns. Is that kind of a theme now, or has it always been around?
I think it's really always been around. Just depends on the outfit. This one's another one more that fall color. And again, you can pair it with the shorts, but this is what I love is that you can pair it with your jeans, you can pair it with your joggers. Tons of different options there.
Joggers. All right, I'm digging it.
They're like the underrated fashion statement of the year.
Because you,
the jogger.
Like I said, you're a Jill of all trades. Because I know you do real estate, I know
Yep.
you do this. So you're always, and one of the reasons I wanted to bring you on is because every time you pop up in my Facebook, it's always because I'm a fashion guy on the guy side, but I was like, you're always debuting new stuff. You're talking about things. You're very active in the community, and I'm just like, gotta have you.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it.
So-
I do. I'm all over the place.
So are we good? Because I'm looking at accessories. I'm a hat guy,
Yeah.
so I've gravitated to this side.
Do you want to try one on?
It'll mess up the hair.
Okay, all right, we won't do it. So
Keith, you want to try one on?
Hell yeah.
All right, Keith, get out here.
The hats are a great just piece that you can throw on and really dress up any outfit. So that's what I love about those.
Keith, which one you want? You want the gray one or the brown one?
I'm thinking chocolate brown.
I don't know why.
There you go.
You gotta
See?
get in frame. Here we go. Here you go.
I like it.
Now here's the awkward question. Are these unisex?
You know, I was just about to say that's the best part. So when I talk about having the versatile style, I guess now we do carry a little bit of a men's accessory.
There you go.
I think you guys could rock that.
I feel like I'm in a country band. I actually like this a lot.
Feel like a gangster.
Hey,
Very nice.
no, please.
The hat, not you.
Thank you. So, and then
Do you guys want to try on the headbands?
we're gonna
too, or
pass
no?
on the headbands. I'll leave to either Monica or Ricky.
All right.
So, but they are bejeweled, bedazzled.
Yeah, so those have just a little bit more of a statement to them. I like to pick things that have just different patterns and aren't just the plain simple. It's that attention to detail that really, I feel like, catches my eye.
So when one of my favorite quotes is Coco Chanel always said, "Get dressed and look in the mirror, and then take one thing off." So I love that everything has the statement to it. You don't have to add like
Right.
the 19 bracelets, which is ironic coming from me. Thank you. But like, do you guys?
That is the style right now, a lot of bracelets. I didn't wear any today. Well,
I'm only wearing
limited,
one.
but-
It's crazy. But yeah, so like I love that like it's embedded in the fashion.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I'm just big on the attention to detail because for me that is fashion is you can take something that's plain, but if you add just one little element of style to it, it makes it just a completely different piece.
So how do we find you? How does any of our viewers go to purchase these fantastic items?
So online, 2pmstyle.com, Facebook page, 2pmstyle, Instagram. If I could figure out this little like band or something that has my username, that'd be great. But it is 2pmstyles with an S on Instagram. And then I'm actually doing a pop-up shop in Troy because we used to have a storefront, went back to just being solely online. So we're going to do a pop-up every other weekend through the end of the year.
All right, well, Tara Miller, 2 p.m. Style, thank you for coming on. I'm not letting you go because we're going to be doing a game with you later. So stick around and stick around for more Gem City tonight.
Thank you.
I really do like this.
I love them. You actually wear it more on the back of your head, but.
On August 11th, my brother Max wrote these words and hanged himself. He was only 15, and he had his whole life ahead of him, but he was tormented and bullied until, hopeless and alone, he took his own life.
Though Max's pain is gone, the pain of his family will last a lifetime. Don't let this tragedy repeat itself. If you or someone you know is speaking or thinking about suicide, talk to an adult.
What wouldn't you do to stop it?
All right, we're back with Gem City tonight. I like some of the fashions. I liked you in that hat. It was stylish. You would go chocolate brown. Get out of here. All right, my next guest is a great guy. I founded the Black Box Improv in town. Please put your hands together for Justin Howard. That's what I do. Please. Oh, it's always an illusion here. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. It's wonderful.
So I've been trying to get you guys on for a while, then all of a sudden, because I was talking to Aiden, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I talked to her and she was like, no, you need to talk to Justin. He's the guy. He's the founder. So what made you want to start the Black Box?
That's a great question. Well, you know, I've done it for now 20 years of my life, like improv in general. So I had already done improv prior. And I was working at several different places, and I'm unemployable. I think that's a thing for me.
Been there.
And so I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give it a shot. And I found some space in downtown Dayton that was up for lease. And so I reached out to him because I was just kind of like, let's see what this happens. So we went through the space, and they were like, where would you put stuff? And I was like, I'd put a stage here. But like, really, I was just like saying stuff because I didn't, you know. And we got to the end of it, and they said, this sounds great. And in my head, I was like, it does? Because it's like, I've just been letting this out of my face. I didn't have a plan. And they said, why don't you send us your business plan, and if it looks good, we'll work up a lease. And this is not a joke. I went home, and I Googled business plan. Because I'm not,
like most people would these days.
Yeah, well, I have a degree in communication. I'm not like a business person. So I Googled business plan. I found someone had put together a business plan in like Google Docs, and I downloaded the template, and I took their words out, and I put similar words for me.
Can we air this now?
Yeah, well, I'm not saying whose it was, right? So I just, you know, like a section was like, how will you get people to do your thing? Marketing, right? So anyway, I put it together. I sent it to them. They looked at it, and they were like, this looks amazing. And they said, let's put together a lease. And I just like kept going, you know, like I just kept.
You were improving most of it.
I was. I found out later that the building itself was about to go into foreclosure, the entire building, because I guess there were multiple people that owned it, and there was some stuff going on. And though they had a lot of occupancy upstairs, they were underwater at that time. This was 2012, so it wasn't too far from the recession of 2008. So really what they were doing was trying to get anybody into that space so they could sell the building without it going into like short sale.
And this is still the one on 3rd Street?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they did all the build out, and I was just like, yeah, paint this, do this, whatever. And, you know, that started in, I met with him in October of 2011. We signed the lease in like February of 2012, maybe July or January. And we opened on Friday the 13th.
Of course.
In July of 2012. And then when COVID hit, I shut the theater down on Friday, March 13th, 2020.
You have a theme.
Yeah, that I'm not afraid of Friday the 13th. Or that I should be, and I'm unaware, so.
So you said you've been doing this for 20 years. So are you from here?
Yeah, I grew up north of Dayton. I went to college in Springfield at Wittenberg University.
Nice.
That's where I ran into improv. I was a football player, and I went there to play football, and I hurt my neck my freshman year. And though their team doctor was like, we should inject you with cortisone, my mom was like, we should get a second opinion, and that second opinion said, you'll be paralyzed if you keep playing. So I had to stop abruptly. And
wise decision.
Yeah, I think so. And even though like Division III football isn't Ohio State or whatever, it's still very much a job. Like it's very, you know, we were on a field at 7 a.m., we were off at 11 p.m. during 2 days. So you just kind of got in this mode of having something to do, even though school was starting and having something to do. So I signed up to be a resident advisor.
Yep, all right.
Which, if people at home aren't familiar, this is where a college takes a kid and puts them in charge of other kids. It's a terrible system.
It's a foolproof plan.
It's a terrible,
foolproof plan.
terrible system. But they give you, your own room, a little tiny stipend, but they give you first pick of all classes. So I knew I wasn't going to get that again until I was a senior, and even then it was alphabetical. So I went to the registrar's office and I said, what class fills up first? And they said, it's called improvisation of the theater. And I was like, cool.
Done.
I'll take it. Yeah. And then, I don't know, it just connected with me. I think sometimes people find their jam. Maybe this is yours, but you find it, you connect with it, and then it's your obsession. And
I went to college to be a dentist on a golf scholarship. I graduated with a playing rugby and a double major in theater and music.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm
very traditional route.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, really thrilled my dad. So,
none of us are living up to our father's expectations.
From your lips to God's ears.
Okay.
So before we jump to commercial, because when we come back, we're going to do a little improv game, but I want to touch on the fact you guys do classes.
We do.
Well, when you come back, when everything, but you guys have done.
When the world is done ending, we will have classes. Yeah, we do classes and shows, and that's pretty much the whole deal. And then I also do a lot of corporate training. So I do business training where I teach them how to not be weird in a business setting.
How does that work out?
The money is fantastic.
That's all we need to know.
Companies, that's a really fun special secret, is that a company will not give its employees a small raise, but if you get paid a lot at that company, they spend money on all sorts of stupid stuff, including bringing an improv comedian in to teach you how to be a better listener or something like that. Yeah. Before the pandemic, I was one of the top 15 vendors for GE globally in their communication world.
That's
and
awesome.
I just fly around. I fly out to Boston and I do 2 hours and I curse and I say crass things because it's a bit, it's like a shtick, it's you go into the business world where everything's super uptight and you come in and you're like, asshole, and then everybody's like, this guy's so cool. And it's a bit. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, we can say that. We're good. Yeah, that's one
Nobody
of
gave
the
me
words
any
we can get away
instruction.
with. We're fine with that.
There are words you can't get away with.
There are words you can get away with.
This is stuff you should tell me because those are the words that I almost exclusively use.
We get 5 bleeps, so we're fine.
We get 5
We get 5 bleeps before we have to be on after 11 o'clock, so we're good. All right, we're going to be right back with more Gin City tonight. We're going to do a little improv with Justin, so we'll be right back.
These are unprecedented times, challenging how the YMCA works to strengthen community as we have for nearly 170 years. But we've always found ways to help people and communities in times of crisis. Right now, Ys across the country are providing emergency childcare, shelter, food programs, and outreach to seniors. But we can't do it alone. Whether you're connected to the Y or have a fond Y memory, we need you to stay with us. Reach out to your local Y today and stay with us for a better us.
All right, we're back with Gin City tonight and Justin Howard from Black Box Improv. So you have a little fun game for us, a little improv.
Yeah.
A little taste of what goes on in your studio.
I can, yeah. So I do classes. Learning improv is such a different thing because people think it's all about comedy, and it is. It's a comedic endeavor, but it's really heightened communication skills because you're doing it with multiple people, right? When you do your monologue, it's just you, and it's you win or you lose, and it's just you. But for improv, it's
mostly losing, but sure.
We'll leave it to your audience to decide. But for improv, it's us, right? And so any one person can't really pull the load as much as 2 people do. So when I do teach it, we spend more time talking about those aspects than we do the actual comedy side of things. But one thing that I want to do with you is most people see improv comedy and they think, oh, I'm not quick enough on my feet to be able to do that. That's something.
You're not yes-anding.
Yeah, right. And it's a phrase that everybody knows and everybody talks about. But I think on some level, what we don't realize about ourselves is it's the fear of not knowing what we're going to say that is a scary thing. I'll get on that stage, but what would I say? I'd freeze and lock up. And so I spent a little bit of my time talking to people about their ability to think quickly on their feet. So we can do a little exercise if you want to. So I've only, in my existence, I've only had one person say something so terrible in this that you would have to be at 11 p.m. So let's just like
Let's make
hope that
number
you're
two.
you're not the guy.
Challenge accepted, my friend.
So what I'll do is you and I are going to snap in rhythm, okay? And then
Is it West Side Story?
No. On a downbeat, I'll say a word, and it's just like a word out of nowhere.
Okay.
And then on the next beat, you need to say the first word that makes you think of.
Okay.
Right? And then we'll say those two words together and go da-da, da-da. And then you'll say a new word out of nowhere. So it would go like this, apple, and then you go pear. And then we'll go apple, pear, da-da, da-da. And then you say a new word out of nowhere, just out of anywhere.
I'm already screwing this up. All right.
And then you say your word, I'll say the first word that makes me think of, and we'll go back and forth.
Okay.
You good?
Hey, sure.
Peanut.
Brittle.
Peanut, brittle, da-da, da-da.
Apple.
Pear. Apple, pear, da-da, da-da. Shine.
On.
Shine on, da-da, da-da.
Baseball.
Run. Baseball, run, da-da, da-da. Okay, good. We'll stop right there, right?
I want to make sure I got through that.
You did a really good job. So if your viewers rewind to the first time we did it, and I said peanut, and then there were like a couple snaps in between, right?
Right.
And I think a lot of people think that like, oh, I'm not quick enough to hit it on that next snap. But the truth is there's probably something going on inside of your brain at that point, right? So how much time? Do we have time to meet? Just keep going? Like, are we on a timeline right here?
Yeah, we got time.
Do one thing for me, really. Just do it once. Got it?
Yeah.
Clap. Good. Who gave you the instructions?
You.
Wrong.
No, I did.
You did. I'm the stimulus. I said clap. And in your brain, you're like, all right, let's see what this kid's up to, right?
See what this is all about.
And then you decide to clap, right? So you give you the instructions. So when I said, when we were sitting here, come up with the first word you think of, a lot of times people will tell themselves, this guy's a comedian, we're in a comedic setting, I'm in front of my peers or on TV or whatever. And then you tell yourself, come up with the first clever word you think of, which is way harder, right?
I just said baseball.
Yeah. And so you get this little tick in there. But the other thing that happens is that, like when I told you to clap, can you talk through the mental process that you went through to get your hands off the desk into the air and slapping together?
I mean, vaguely, but it was an impulse.
Yeah, it's an unconscious thing that your brain does, right? Mm-hmm. So is thinking. So when we talk about quick thinking, we talk about thinking like, oh, don't overthink it, right? The truth is, like, thinking is an unconscious thing. So I like to think of it like a food vending machine, except the front is painted black. You can't see inside. And when you hit the button, just something pops out, and you get what you get, right? And then what people do is they judge the thing in the tray. So the thing that you thought of, if I say peanut, do you remember what you said?
Brittle.
Brittle. So possibly you hit that button and butter came out. But then you were like, nah, that's too on the nose.
No, I'm 65-year-old man. Brittle!
And so what we do, we spend a lot of time saying to ourselves, what will the other people think about what I just thought? And then you just get in this like pattern, and this is why people get on stage, and though I talk to you and we have coffee and you're fun and clever, I put you on stage and you're like frozen because you're in this like perpetual process of trying to judge your thoughts based on what you think other people think. Which is crazy.
Right.
You never get that, right?
This is a lot more cerebral than I thought. I like it.
Everybody just thinks I'm hilarious. It's intelligence.
I like it. All right, Justin Howard from the Black Box Improv. I'm not letting him go because we're going to play a game with him. And actually, just after this, we're going to play charades.
Haven't played it since I was 4.
I couldn't tell you the last time I played it. If I did, I wasn't sober. All right, we'll be right back with more Gym City Tonight.
If you're healthy, please schedule.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
You're all right.
Sorry.
Hello, Andrew. Thank you so much for having me back. My name is Jonathan NcNeal, and I'm the manager at the Neon. We've got a lot coming up that we're very excited about at the Neon, both in person and virtually, and I want to make sure that everybody knows exactly what's going on. So we do have movies in person now at the Neon. We reopened in late June with big social distancing measures in place. Every other row is blocked off, and then we have what's called dynamic seating, which puts 3 empty seats between you and the next party. So you are welcome to come with as couples or families and buy your tickets all at the same time, and then the system will put 3 seats between you and the next person. So lots of social distancing in place. We've made some other modifications to the theater as well. So all of the show times for what we've got going on are at neonmovies.com. That's where you can find a lot going on in our virtual cinema as well. Right on the top of the website, there is a place to find out what's going on virtually. And those are movies that you can watch at home, where you'll still be supporting the Neon when you watch them. They're movies that aren't readily available on other platforms. And they're films that we believe in that still really fit our mission of foreign and independent films and the best of them. So what we're really excited about for in-person stuff are 2 movies that are opening on October 9th for us. Aaron Sorkin, creator of The West Wing, has a new film called The Trial of the Chicago 7. It is a film about some anti-Vietnam protesters who were charged in Chicago with inciting riots. It's an all-star cast. It's people like Sacha Baron Cohen in a very serious role, Michael Keaton, Frank Langella, numerous people. And we hope that folks will want to check that out on the big screen. It just premiered at the New York Film Festival, and it's already got a lot of buzz, some Best Picture Oscar buzz already on the horizon. So The Trial of the Chicago 7. We're also very excited about a film from Sofia Coppola. Sofia Coppola, of course, is someone whose career we've been watching for years at the Neon, and she has a new film with Bill Murray. And if you're a fan of Sofia and Bill Murray, you know they've worked together on Lost in Translation, which was a huge hit for us at the Neon years ago. The new film is called On the Rocks, and I want to show a bit of it to you right now.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, kiddo. Oh my gosh, do you look beautiful. Cliff, how's your mom's hip?
Good, thanks.
Good. He thinks you're my girlfriend.
Bryce.
Been busy?
Yeah, Dean's traveling with clients all the time, and I'm just the buzzkill waiting to schedule things. I'm so stuck.
So Dean's going away a lot, huh? On business trips?
Dad.
Raise your hand if that sounds fishy.
He's not like you. He's a good guy, a great dad.
Sure, it's nature. Males are forced to fight, to dominate, and to impregnate all females.
Maybe he's just not interested in me anymore.
Impossible. A woman is at her most beautiful between the ages of 35 and 39.
Great, so I have many months left.
Felix, you're back in town. Been busy?
Yeah, got a lot going on.
Do you? He should be worshiping the ground you walk on. And if he's doing something dishonorable, you need to know.
What if Dean's just busy? I'm in a rut. That's it.
I think we should follow him.
What?
I think you better see him in action.
This is your idea of incognito?
Coming through! Here's the plaza. This is the place to have an affair. It has the most exits.
Exits on 3 streets.
Can you just act a little less excited about this? Because this is my life, and it might be falling apart.
I don't know why women get plastic surgery.
Because of men like you.
I prefer the factory original.
Yeah, and every other make and model.
Thank you. I'm going to take that as a compliment. Are there 2? Oh, scared me.
So that's On the Rocks, and that starts at the Neon on October 9th. Also, though, what we're very excited about is year 15 of the Dayton LGBT Film Festival. With all of the things going on right now in the world, we decided that we wanted to move forward with a festival because it's year 15 and because we feel like it's really important, all the more important right now, to really try to build community and a sense of community. So we wanted to keep going with the festival, even though we knew that having it in person wasn't really a possibility. So the 15th Dayton LGBT Film Festival is October 9th through the 15th. And 6 of the screenings, the presentations, are virtual. And you can find out all about the festival at DaytonLGBT.com. I'm going to show you a little bit of the lineup here. We've got, as I said, 6 different virtual components. It starts with Breaking Fast on the 9th at 5 o'clock. You can start accessing that particular film. And then on Saturday at noon, we'll have another film that becomes available. Each of these films will be available for 72 hours, except for the Top Drawer Shorts, which is available the entire length of the festival, which is the 9th to the 15th. You can find out a lot more on DaytonLGBT.com. And we will have one in-person screening as well, the Top Drawer Shorts Volume 2. We're offering it 4 times during the festival, and that's because with our limited seating capacity, that is a screening that always sold out. Shorts always sells out during the festival, and we knew that we can only fit about 30 people in our auditorium at this time instead of 133. So we're offering it 4 times. You can find which time fits best with your schedule so you can attend and find your socially distanced seat and still feel like you're participating in a festival in some way. I want to show you a trailer for a film called Ahead of the Curve. It's a really terrific film. I'm really most delighted about the documentaries that we have at the festival this year, Ahead of the Curve and Keyboard Fantasies. Both of those are exceptional, and I hope people will tune into those. Tickets are available for all screenings. There's a pass, $50 gets you a pass to all 6 virtual screenings in addition to 2 tickets for the in-person Top Drawer Shorts Volume 2. But here, take a look at Ahead of the Curve.
Please welcome our panel of Howard Dykes, Frances Stevens, publisher and editor-in-chief of DATV, the hottest lesbian magazine.
DATV, the leading lesbian magazine.
There wasn't a glossy magazine for lesbians anywhere. She decided, I'm going to make one. That's total rock and roll.
I love my job. I love my job. I love my job.
Whoever was in Curve, like that was it. That's how you knew what was going on.
Like the latest musicians,
in terms of like
the latest
lesbian
artists.
Yeah.
I think it's only in hindsight that I can fully appreciate what Franco had to sacrifice.
It was very hard to be out and open in the late 80s.
I think we should do away with gays if possible.
A lot of people lived in fear.
Once I had a guy spit in my face.
We did not see ourselves represented in any positive mainstream way.
There was nothing that showed what my life was all about. I was the one that was supposed to start this magazine.
She got the idea and then she's just like, oh my God, I need money.
So I just applied for a bunch of credit cards all on the same day. I just cashed them all in.
And there they come.
I'm going to bet an exacta with 2 long shots, and my horses came in first and second. At the end of the day, I had enough money to start the magazine.
Do you know what the difference is between parsley and pussy?
What, Franco?
I don't know. I don't eat parsley.
When the magazine put me on the cover, it allowed women in our own community to see a well-spoken, funny, intelligent, charming, gentlemanly butch, which is basically who I am unless you cross my fucking path.
For the first time, we could see Black and lesbians, Asian, working class women.
Just the power of seeing me.
In the last 24 hours, I heard this thing that I never wanted to hear, that the magazine could be coming to an end.
As we became more visible, we also became a target.
We live in a systemic, racist, sexist, anti-LGBTQ world, and we have to fight it every day.
Dear straight people, why do I have to prove my love is authentic?
Visibility looks like us being able to be the authors of our own experience.
When there is so much at stake, our positive stories are some of the most powerful tools we have.
Every time we put out a magazine, it felt groundbreaking. Like the work was so important, and the work is not done.
So there you have it, a quick look at one of the films that's part of the Dayton LGBT Film Festival. We hope that you and your viewers will check out the festival this year. There are still tickets available for every single screening and still a handful of passes as well. So DaytonLGBT.com. Thank you very much for having me on, Andrew, and have a great night. Bye-bye.
It wasn't always like this. My friends were slowly going away. They found other people. And the world was slowly revolving around me. With my classes becoming harder and harder, and the constant stress of applying to college, it seemed like suicide was the answer to all of this. It was so easy to do, right there and then. I could have done it, but someone reached out to me. This person actually cared for me, talked to me, and understood me. Suicide is never the answer. Know the signs, find the words, and reach out.
All right, welcome back to Gem City Tonight. I did not let Tara or Justin go because we are now going to play charades. I don't think we played it. When was the last time you played charades?
I don't think I've ever played charades.
Yeah, you said to.
I got nothing.
You
I
picked the
said
wrong
4,
partner.
but then I thought about it and I'm like, I bet I wasn't good at it at 4.
Okay, well, charades are pretty easy. Once again, what we're going to do is we're going to pick a card or pick a piece of paper, silent clues, and we're going to try to go from there. I'm going to go first. So here we go.
Okay.
I have not seen these. Oh, okay, got it.
Running. Golf.
Done.
Oh, that's
That was it.
Golf?
That was it, playing golf.
Was it? Okay.
All right, Keith, you're up.
Why did you run first?
I don't know. I meant like action. I meant
It's like the one sport that nobody runs, and that's why they play it.
Yeah.
I meant like action.
There's stuff in that sport so you don't have to run.
like golf carts.
Right. Okay, this is for me.
All right, yep, that's you.
No pressure.
Stretch, flex, shake weight.
Oh my God.
I'm so glad that's what that was. Oh, okay, all right, you're up. All right, you're up.
Wow,
Switch.
now I'm nervous.
I know, I already
I mean, nobody ever needs to act out the shake weight.
Have you ever played charades? This is not how this works.
I mean,
Yes, I played charades, but this is, you know, funnier.
okay.
Shake weight. Is it
I'm scared.
2004?
Oh, okay. Oh, crap. I don't know.
Chewing gum?
I don't really know if it works or doesn't work, because I don't know how to play this. I mean,
You're chewing gum.
somebody? Anybody?
Well-
Bubble gum. Bubble gum. I'm like, do we have to get the exact?
You could have done that.
like, Oh, yeah, I could have. See?
All right.
Yeah, but then we're not that far from shake weight.
This is true.
Okay, it's my
Yeah, you're right ahead. We're going to be on after 11.
flossing.
You suck at
You
this.
really did that instead of the actual floss? I mean,
Oh,
seriously?
Well, you know what? I
Could have
can't
been way
even
cooler.
I can't even
Could have
do
been
that.
cooler.
I wouldn't have
You're
done
never
it.
doing this again. All right, this is Keith and I for you guys.
Okay, it's whoever gets it the fastest.
That's right.
All right.
What was that?
Okay, got it.
What was that?
What the hell?
What the hell is it?
What is it?
You ever seen one of those things? It's the primitive form of a DVD. It's a book.
Oh, okay.
Book.
Okay.
All right, yes.
Book.
Proposal.
Romeo. Romeo and Juliet.
Boom!
There we go. Good job.
All right, that was an awkward game of charades. Thank you so much. We're gonna be right back. We're gonna be right back with more Gem City tonight. Really? All right, that's our show. I want to thank Tara Miller from 2 p.m. Style. I want to thank Justin Howard from Black Box Improv. Keith's just here to be here. So, this is true. Thank you so much. You look good in that hat. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show. I hope you enjoyed. And remember, Dayton, you're not alone.
And you never will be.
Have a good night, guys. Now we can just wander around because there's music playing over this. So yeah. Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah.